What is going on, everybody? Welcome to some Gears 5 with my boy Vin. What's going on, Vin? Say hello to the people.
What's up? How's everyone doing?
We're just gonna have some fun, play some Gears 5 Horde mode.
Heck yeah.
We like to do some custom around here. Let's make it private. It's just us two. And we're just gonna have some fun. We're gonna play. We're not gonna set this difficulty to a little too high. We're just gonna have some fun and make it happen. So, which map you want to do today, bud?
Ooh, anything but Blood Drive, because we play it so much.
Gridlock it is. Gridlock's my favorite. I love me some Gridlock. Alright, for difficulty, let's just do Power Drain and Survivor for now. Just so we can get our feet wet. I know we are doing 50 waves, because we're going to go in today. But just so that we can have, just have some fun on stream. Just hang out and play some Horde.
So what did Colin say?
So Colin's going to be a little late. If he ends up popping in, he'll pop in the middle of what we're doing. And we'll play. So you guys might see Colin just pop in at some point. While this loads up, please, if you enjoy what you see today, give it a like, comment down below, tell us what you liked, tell us what you didn't like, and give us a sub on YouTube. If you are watching on Twitch, give us a follow. Andrew Ordo TV on Twitch. We're going to try and make this kind of a regular thing. Try and stream once or twice a week. Today's going to be a long one, though, because we're doing all 50 waves of Horde. Usually, what does this take us, like 3 hours?
Usually a couple hours, yeah.
Yeah, so obviously on YouTube it's going to be broken up into different parts. I'm probably going to do it every 10 waves as a video.
I was thinking that'd be smart, actually.
Yeah, and then we'll go from there. We're going to have some red shirt AIs helping us out today. Vin and I love Gears. We've played every single Gears game together to this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think we just finished 5 recently, right? I think like a few months ago.
I did probably like the beginning of last year, I think, right?
Yeah, I mean, when we're playing games.
Wait, when was it? It was before I went up to school, I think, right?
Yeah, so, I mean, that
the first time or second time?
The first time, I think.
Oh, so it was a while ago then, because I was up at school. It's probably this time. Yeah, it was probably this exact time last year, I'd say.
You can go ahead and drop it. This is a good spot to make some modifications here and do the whole thing.
Oh, you see my skin?
Very nice. Cold
Trash,
baby.
Baby. On a whole brain, baby. Woo!
Oh, sorry. Alright, this might look a little different on my end because I turned off some of the more mature content just because I want to keep this channel and this being family friendly. I know family friendly, I still have the chainsaw gun and a shotgun. But we're trying.
Time's up!
Yeah, we're seeing what we can do.
So for those of you guys that don't know, Gears of War was one of the first games to ever implement a Horde-style shooting like action, where wave after wave is increasingly difficult enemies. This and were the first games to really implement this kind of gameplay where you go in and you have to, it's like tower defense, but you are each individual person. You have to really just protect yourselves. Wave after wave of increasingly difficult enemies.
And then you get a boss wave every 10 rounds as well.
Yeah, you get a boss every 10 rounds and all that stuff, but it's always been 50 waves. So every wave is a little bit more difficult, and then every 10 waves they introduce modifiers that make it extra hard. So the enemies have double health, or they do double damage, or they have better accuracy, or things along those lines.
And then they combine all three at the end, I'm sure.
Yes, and they combine all. So the first 10 is always base, so nothing really changes. These guys are going to go down pretty easy. When you get into the 10s and the teens,
Enemy reinforcements!
that's when enemies.
That's enough out of you!
That's when enemies get double health, right? So it's 2 times health. And then in the 20s, they keep their 2 times health, but they also have 2 times accuracy, so they hit you more frequently. And then in the 30s, they do double damage. And then in the 40s, going all the way to 50, everything increases by another factor of like 0.5. So that's why those last few years are always kind of like a rough, extremely difficult.
A lot of the times, the way before the boss is the hardest one.
Yes, the wait before the boss wave is always kind of difficult because the bosses count almost as like double enemies. So if you kill the boss, it'll take a bigger chunk out of that bar that you saw on the top left.
It's less quantity.
Yes, exactly. It's less quantity of enemies, but then there's a boss. So it kind of depends on the boss and how you get killed out there.
Yeah, if we get a good boss, then the round ends up being a lot easier than the round before, and it kind of doesn't really mean much. But then sometimes it also depends on the map too. Certain maps, certain bosses are worse on. Like this map, a berserker would probably be not the worst thing in the world on.
No, because there's a lot of space to like move around. There's very few corners you can get backed into. So a matriarch in this kind of map is not a big deal. A brew map here would be really, really difficult because there's not a lot of ceiling space to like kind of hide and all that kind of stuff.
Even like the what's that one that has a turret? It's like, it's mainly just a turret.
Oh, the one that kind of like...
Sits there.
I'm trying to think. The flying turret?
No. It's like, the thing that kind of moves slowly. You know what I'm talking about?
That big like blob.
Yeah!
Yeah, I know. I can't remember what it's called.
That guy would be, I feel like, tougher on this map, because there's a lot of open area.
It's hard to get an angle on guys like that because you can't really move around much.
Those guys you kind of want to back into a corner.
Yeah, exactly. So, Vin and I are pretty experienced in this sort of thing. You're gonna see if you're watching but I'm not. I'm kind of just running around like a maniac right now because I know I'm not going to get killed.
We've played so much Gears of War in our lives that like we know. I feel like we somewhat know what we're doing.
Yeah, this is fair. This difficulty we have it on right now is fairly like baby easy. So it's not too difficult.
You've got 30 seconds.
You might see some lag on my end because my internet is not used to streaming and running a game online at the same time. So you might see some jumps and skips in my game while we're doing this. Oh, we got a viewer in here. What's up, viewer?
Don't mind if I do.
Not sure. I hope you're. I can't see your name right now, but I hope you're enjoying.
Yeah, that's
we're just
right.
getting started. We are just getting started.
Yeah, we just
in the
it's only about 4
definition of just getting started.
of streaming and playing.
Yeah, streaming and
today,
playing.
but even streaming wise, yeah.
So, welcome. Feel free to hop into the chat. We're just gonna shoot some baddies and play some
Alright,
games.
Andrew. Question: Who is your favorite Gears of War character of all time?
My favorite Gears of War character of all time. Marcus is like a very like basic, easy choice.
Yeah.
He's just really like bad to the bone. Really admirable too, and like a lot of his choices you see characters really fit a lot of the story. We love the Gears of War story too. We're not just meatheads who love the
Oh yeah, we love the story.
The story is like I will disagree with everybody who says the story is basic and awful and has a lot of holes. Like no, it's excellent. It's such good storytelling. It's a lot of fun.
And that's a lot of reasons why we also like the characters too, because of their story.
Yeah, it's
Like me
so
personally,
cool.
like I like Cole and Dom I like Cole because he's just like a badass, man. He's just ruthless. But then Dom has an incredible story.
Yes.
It's
And that's
probably
why
one of the more focal points.
I was gonna say that I really enjoy Dom as a character in the story. You'll see that I'm using him right now. I love his story. I love his arc. In the first game, he's just like, he's there. He's helping Marcus. He's kind of trying to help his friend through like a difficult
It's like a
time in his
partnership.
life. Right, exactly. It's like a partnership, right? And then in Gears
Time to fortify our position.
2, he's like on this rampage trying to find his wife that got taken from him, and trying to restore his family and all that kind of stuff. And then you see him kind of fall from that. And then in Gears 3, he's just like this shadow of a man that like
He's like a shell of himself.
right, but he like also has
Energy
this
collected.
ruthlessness of like I have nothing to lose, so like
Energy
whatever.
tap upgrade.
And then
Exactly, he puts
obviously-
everything on the line for everyone because he's like, I don't have anything else to myself.
That'll work.
Obviously,
Well,
spoilers.
because
he
spoiler.
he drives into a gas depot to save his friends. So like
Reinforcements.
some people are like, well, he could have just jumped out, but like that wouldn't have the impact that it had on the story. I think that was like one of the first times that they ever tried
That
like
shut you up.
playing a video game. It was so sad and like the first Gears.
And it was out of nowhere.
Right, Gears 2 when he finds his wife like as a vegetable, like
Hang on, the cold drain will
that
take
is,
us.
it's like shock. It's more shocking than anything else. It's like, oh my gosh,
Come on,
like,
baby.
I've been following this guy like this whole story, and like, he just found like the one person in like this awful state, and now everyone he ever loved, like other than like Marcus, is
Gone.
gone.
Throw down.
Right, his brother, his everything.
And then he dies for him too.
Right, and then he dies for the people that he loves. Right? It's just like it's such a powerful. It's
gotta hurt.
Powerful. There are some people who like, oh, this is like my dad's shoot 'em up game, and like, oh, it was like funny watching these
Protect
characters,
the
like,
energy
blah, 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 blah. It's like,
No, that's what Call of Duty's for.
That's right. I just blew your mind.
take the story for what it was, and you kind of just like place your own expectations on what Gears of War is and what it should be, and you didn't allow it to carry that. So that's
Dead drone.
but one of the
Enough out of you.
Fair enough.
in the new trilogy, I just finished the DLC for this game, the story DLC, and that was a blast. And I really liked
Tab empty.
Keegan.
Energy tap upgraded.
He's the guy who has like the handlebar mustache.
Clean sweep. Ready for
Not the
more?
handlebar mustache, but like it's kind of a handlebar mustache. But he's really cool. I like him a lot. And then JD, I never really liked. I never found him to be a very appealing character. I thought it was always very shallow. I mean, in Gears 5, his character gets expanded a lot, and whether you choose to cut his time short or not, that's a different story.
Yeah.
Who's your
I don't
favorite?
think-
You say you like Cole? He's pretty cool.
I like him because he's a very simple character in a sense, where you don't really delve into his story too much. He's kind of just like he's the guy who saves the day. Like when they're like down bad, Coltrane's there to save the day.
Oh my god, do you remember that time in Gears
Ugly's
2
ugly.
where he like popped out of nowhere, like chainsaws like a wall in half, and then like runs around and just like grenade tags one dude and like does a cartwheel and like
Like stuff like that. He just comes and just saves the day. Well, actually, they expand upon him a little bit. I think in the third game with that whole like flashback scene, where like he was a star and then wasn't it that he like just quit and went to the military during his career?
yeah, I think during like they like called me out. Alright, cool, it's time to go do my duty.
Yeah. I think it's kind of like Pat Tillman in real life, in a sense, where he kind of just
Yeah,
dropped
sort of, right?
everything and just like went and fought for the country, or in this case,
That worked out well.
But yeah, I mean, like, his...
So,
And he takes that enthusiasm from Ray Lewis
yes.
that he had
He's like excited.
into, like, the military. And I think, like, no I'm gonna get, like, super, like, English teacher deep into this, but, like, actually that's, like, his way of coping with all of, like,
Exactly. He's making it better.
Time to
right,
get
it's not an
messy.
easy thing to just, like, be a part of. Right? Like, seeing, like, people you love, like, go through all
And,
the
like,
struggles and all that.
And a borderline apocalypse.
Yeah,
But I like him because of that. But Dom, like, what you said about Dom is just, like, I love it, how they really expanded upon. And that's what I, just in general, like about the Gears of War series, is how they take their characters and they care and build into their personalities. And they set a stage for everyone, and everyone has their own story and their own past, and in different games they bring up different other people's. Like, more in the newer games was more, I think, more Marcus oriented.
Yes.
Because obviously he's more or less the only one left, but but even then you see Cole come up a couple times in the new games, and the older games are more
if you play the DLC,
Bring it.
you learn a little bit about Cole. Which I think is really interesting. Like, one of the characters in there has I'm not gonna spoil it because it is fairly new. If you guys want to go play the Gears 5 Hydebusters DLC, I highly recommend it if you have Game Pass too. But they expand on someone who has a very close relationship with Cole, and they kind of talk about a lot of some deeper information about him and how he feels about the latest war and everything about it.
Interesting. I'm not. I haven't played it.
That's something we should play. We want to play that at some point. I would
We
really
could.
love that. It's about. It's about a 3-hour experience.
Alright.
It's not terribly long. It is a lot of fun.
Well, I've watched some executions. I know you probably don't want to show people, but
Yeah, nope, I won't be. You can do the one you're doing.
Put him back in the ground.
I also bought the Boltok because you know how
Dead already?
If you wanted to go,
I have to lose.
That's taking damage.
mine is a slow weapon class.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, just definitely did not
Put that down.
Ooh, get him! Oh shoot, you're good.
So this class that I'm using,
What class?
that I'm using is it's called Slugger.
Okay, that's one of the assault ones, right?
Yeah, it's one of the
Slow down.
it's like a DLC one, I think.
Oh, it's probably like the purple ones, right?
Yes. The upgrades for it in game, like in match, are like super cool. Like I can upgrade my speed. Like I can just run around the map really fast.
Oh dang, that's
I
pretty
think I might
sick.
actually do that.
Dibs.
Okay,
Some people who are pros at Horde are probably cringing right now at how I'm upgrading my own personal character. But we are on a low difficulty setting, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Energy
Usually, if we were at a higher difficulty setting, we
Energy
would
tap
donate
upgrade.
all of our money and build up fortifications. But we're not, so we're just gonna run around
Here we
and
go.
gun and have some fun. I think we'll probably start building fortifications
Around 20.
sometime around. Yeah, like 15. Yeah, I mean, if we notice that we're struggling, then like obviously we'll.
What we should do is if we start struggling, we should start moving. Because right now we're literally just running around. Like we're not even staying organized right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So like, maybe later on we can see like if we're getting a little overwhelmed, move into the building without fortifying, and then we get to first then fortify.
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
I do
That's one down.
Before we've had some success too, so
I don't feel like we've ever really had a lost too, you know?
not super. Oh, there's Bastion. But yeah, I know what you mean. But like, we haven't. Well, I don't remember what the hardest difficulty. I don't think we've ever tried the hardest difficulty yet.
No, that's master. I've done master with some, and like you have to have a certain level of character before you can even think about joining someone's game. And if they don't like the way you play, they'll beat you. Hold on, don't kill him. Don't kill him.
Oh, sorry.
I wanted to get the. It's okay. I wanted to get the tap before we killed him.
The federal grant.
Rebuild and get
Yeah,
ready
tap
for
is
more.
also what I get to cover my school.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, Vince, how's your 2021 so far?
Yeah, been alright. Not bad. I mean, I'm probably staying home for school, so
That's nice.
I get to save some money. Go Red Dragons. Quit with Red Dragons. Yeah. Just so you all know. But yeah, it hasn't been too bad. Just been working a lot.
Yeah, for
Working
sure.
crazy. A couple people in my department have COVID.
You want to tell the people where you work?
That's right.
I work
I-
at Costco.
Obviously not which one, but
Well, I mean, yeah. One of those grabby things has me. I forgot the sign. I'm on the tap side. Yes, I work at Costco, and it's crazy. Oh, and I'm dead. Great start, round 9. Yeah, so I work. I do like the membership, like the refunds and stuff. So it kind of sucks, kind of doesn't. What else do? That's my main thing. About a little more than 3 years. So, yeah, been there a good amount of time, but
I mean, most people
hopefully
don't
I'll
work
be
for the same employer for like 2 years, right? I mean, you got a pretty good run on it.
That's true. I do have a decent run. I used to work at a car lot before that. I think I was there for almost 3 years. So kind of like what you said, like around 2 years is kind of that mark sometimes. Yeah,
And then
it's
from what you
not
said, benefits, give you
oh, you down?
how not me.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's a good company to work for. It just gets very stressful at times.
Yeah, I mean, in this climate right now, right, where, not only is there, like, a lot of, like, COVID and all that kind of stuff,
Got a big bat coming in.
everything is very, like, divisive in other areas of the world. I mean, we won't get into it, but, in other, like, interests of the world and things like that.
And it doesn't help that Costco's the place that like you go. Like when I think if a zombie apocalypse is happening, I'm going to Costco.
Yeah.
Concrete building, no windows, got food for a long time. Like, so like just thinking about it now, like when anything bad happens, everyone's like, let's run to Costco. Or like other places.
Run to Costco and buy all their food.
That's true. That's true. I'm not gonna
Yes,
I think it's good. I think it's good to get it first. Oh, that's not killing me. And we don't want two of these. Trying to find any yeah, it's not good. It's good. It's alright. We're going to school to become for sports management. So I'm looking into that. So I can go to that eventually. My dream is I want to work for a sports team. That's like my overall goal. really fun, very interesting. I don't know, I love sports. I just think that's what I want to do. I don't want to just get a job and just work for sports.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you can love it. Not a lot of people have ambitions like this, so it's good that you have, that will, jump in.
I'm trying. That's the goal.
Sniper down!
Nice.
Yes. Alright guys,
Boom.
the